Hi guys, it's Ankita. Welcome to Enchanted Bookends. In this video, I'm going to talk about How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. Now, Grady Hendrix is a very popular author, contemporary horror author. I think one of his most popular books that I had seen in bookstores was The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. And there's another book that he wrote after this one, which is still going around and people are reading it this October. Anyway, in this book we follow siblings, brother and sister, and they are grown. They do not get along, but when their parents pass away in an accident, they have to come together and figure out how to sell their parents' house. And while they are doing that, they find out that that house is actually haunted by a puppet that they have known since their childhood. And this puppet goes back in the family. The mom used to love the puppet. The puppet's name is Pumpkin. He has this cry, Kaka Feve, which I thought was really funny. And yeah, basically Pumpkin terrorizes their lives, and that's what this book is basically all about. One of the things that I really loved about this book is the structure of the book. It is structured per the stages of processing grief, right? There's denial, there's anger, and then final one is acceptance. So similarly in this one, we have denial, and then because the siblings are processing the grief, right? It's a dysfunctional family as well, so it's more it's more difficult. Then there's anger, and then there's bargaining, which is we know is not really a stage of processing anger, but in their story, in their life, right, bargaining, and then there's depression, and the last one is acceptance, which we all know is the last step in processing the grief, right? So yeah, I did love the structure of this book. I love how the author has built these characters. They have a good foundation. They aren't flat, they're well-rounded. You know, the dynamic in the family of the brother and sister, the dynamic it seems really real for a dysfunctional family. Where I think this book fell short for me was the horror element. It wasn't really spooky. Now, one of the reasons I picked this book up was because I read the premise and it said that, oh, it's about dolls and puppets, and I was like, okay, I don't own any dolls and puppets, so freaky dolls and puppets in this book are not gonna scare me. So that's one of the reasons I picked this book up. But again, that element of feeling haunted was really missing in this. I think it was very mechanical, in the face horror, which doesn't really excite me. There was no thrill really, is what I'm getting at. But having said that, I can certainly see why this author is popular. But yeah, it did lack that haunting atmospheric feel. If you are curious about this author, you might try his other books, and those might be better than this one. Also, if you do own a haunted house and you're planning to sell it, please do not buy this book, because this is in no way a guide to do that. I think the title is very misleading. Yeah, I cannot even say that the book was entertaining. It was just, I love a good character work, and I think that is why I appreciated this book. But other than that, the plot was silly. Everything else was really, it just fell short. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below if you have read a Grady Hendrix book, or if you have a favorite horror book, because this is not generally a genre that I frequently read. But if I would want to be thoroughly and utterly spooked, which is one of the books that you would recommend. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I will see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.